The same things that attracted me to my wife and to you, obviously, are also the biggest pain points when I have to work with you.
Oh my gosh, go on.
No, nothing. So you are independent and you know what you want. You are, strong woman, and that's great. And then dealing with you sometimes on like a business side, it's like, okay, oh my God. All of those things are fantastic and they're wonderful. I just don't always get what I'm looking for or need right in that moment, because you're just like, boom, I'm going to hit you head on, and we are going to go at this until you get what you want.
Yes,
usually.
But I do think that there's something to be said that if you're coming to a conversation and you're expecting something out of it, let's give for instance.
Okay.
Terrible tendency of mine, and I think something that a lot of people grapple with, whether they do it or somebody in their life does it, is try to solve a problem for somebody.
Correct.
Just because that person came to the table with a vent, right? Like you wanted to share something
I'm the worst at this.
Crappy that happened, and I'll be like, so, and who cares? Forget their opinion. Do this instead. And I will start like projecting a lot of things so that I can like move on to the next situation. And that's not at all what was. So how often does that happen to you? Do you feel like, versus like, listen, let me just vent for a second? Because I do think setting expectations.
It's very rare
helpful.
that I open the conversation with, let me just vent. I still haven't learned that in 6 years.
I know. I wish you would.
That I have to open the conversation with, I'm just going to vent about this.
Yeah.
Don't need input.
Yeah.
Just listen. Just need someone to listen to my venting. I still haven't learned. That's on me. That's my fault.
But also on me is that it's like a 2% of the time that you're bringing a situation like that to me that you actually want me to solve the problem. So I really need to know the entry point is probably at a certain level.
There are times where I'm like expecting something in return, or like a response in return, but I don't usually get that. And it's fine. But I think if we should just kind of like go and answer that specific question of the best parts. Like I said, the best parts are also the worst parts in some regards, but also the fact that there's shared goals, right? Someone who truly has this very similar end game, common goal, right? The name of this podcast. And that's one of the most important things. It's very rare that you're going to find, even if you're doing business with a partner that's not your also life partner, they're not going to have the same life goals, right? Now, yes, you do have different goals for yourself that are still independent of us as a couple, but for the most part, like 95% of what we're looking to do with our businesses and our lives follow a similar path, right? And that's just by nature of our relationship, and I'm sure there's others out there that have, similar situations where you want to go to the same place with your partner. You want to live in the same area. You want to travel. You want to have this similar hobbies. I'm not saying everything has to happen, but having all of that and understanding, like, we want this type of free time. Yeah. We want this type of business that brings in this type of income that allows us to do X, Y, and Z. Like, that's really important. And so to have that with your partner, to me, is the best part about being able to work with you.